Hello and welcome back. Oh, it goes so fast and it goes so slowly, right? Or maybe that's just me. And in between the videos, I realized the things that I forgot or that I missed or that I said wrong. And it's great fun for that, right? No, gotta let it go, right? Gotta be a little Elsa. So, of course, in the previous live, when we were talking about the virtual card retreat, which, had me a little freaked out because I nearly forgot to talk about it, I failed to show you all the dies, the exclusive dies from that set. So I'm just circle back for a second and do that. So let me see. I'm gonna switch cameras. And I showed you the two stamp sets, right? No, I showed you this stamp set and this die, right? Showed you this combination, but I didn't show you this stamp set, right? Dang it. Of course. So let's just take a look really quickly and see what this one looks like. So big, big stamps, always and forever, thinking of you. You're on my mind and in my heart. Fun little messages there when you can use one and one. Um, might have to use this one in a couple of weeks because my husband and I are celebrating our 20th anniversary in February. So that's pretty exciting. And you might notice that I labeled this VCR 26, which is kind of interesting that this one is labeled Virtual Card Making Retreat, and this one isn't. So does that mean it's not going to be exclusive? I don't know. Linda, welcome. Dana, welcome. Thanks for being here. I wanted to wear my contacts today, but I got to tell you, to see your comments, I need my distance glasses. But if I'm going to wear my glasses, I just wear my regular glasses. So, you know, little grace, right? Thank you. So anyway, these are the stamps and dies from the virtual card retreat. And by now you've seen the post about the virtual card retreat, and I can't tell you how much value I think that there is in this retreat, and how much I hope that you'll consider joining me virtually in person for a little bit if you can. If you're local, if you're not local and you want to fly down, that's fine too. I'd love to see you, but it's just it's gonna be fun, but it is so valuable too. Yep, it's $165, I think. But guys, if you purchase it in January, we're in bonus days. So $165 is going to earn you three bonus day coupons. That's $15 on a February purchase. So, um, yeah, I think they're gorgeous too, Linda. I actually have bought more from this catalog than normal so far into the period. So, anyway, we're going to jump over and look at some suites now, and we'll talk more about bonus days in the future. And then, when I have a chance to go back and look at your comments on the virtual card retreat, maybe circle back on that too. And then as I do my prep work, hopefully Monday, I have the holiday on Monday, then I can share some photos about that and photos and comments about that then as well. And guys, I remembered when I lost my thought in the first video, the part that I wanted to tell you is, yep, all the posts are today, all the recordings are today, but you have until Tuesday to go back and add your comments to those door prize posts in order to be counted in the door prize drawings. And I think that Cindy and I have come up with something a little bit different for maybe our door prize, maybe our ordering special. We were working on that yesterday, and we'll have it finalized by the time those posts post, right? those posts. Yeah, what the heck, right? All right, switching cameras back again. And we are back in the mini catalog. I'll just flip this here, right? This is part 2. This is the second live of the day. It is 11 o'clock in the morning, Central Time Zone. And we're starting on page 23 with the lovely and beautiful suite. Now, I did some blocking out of the light coming in from my windows, so hopefully that improves the glare. I can't decide if we need that or not. I kind of think I need it on low. I don't know. Anyway, lovely and beautiful. What you're going to notice, I hope, in this catalog is the volume and of the samples and the ideas with these suites. Now, this is a suite that I don't have very many products from, so I'm going to kind of talk about the fact that there are, let's see, we start on page 23 with what do we have here? We have 5 card samples here, and then we have the products in the middle on page 24 and 25. This is a double bundle suite. So you'll notice that, yep, it is $150.25. Again, that's 3 bonus day coupons. The paper is gorgeous. It has a lot of gold foil. I evidently didn't purchase this paper yet, for however reason. Well, hello, Cindy. Good to see you. Fancy meeting you here. So, oddly enough, Cindy has this suite. I have only the embellishments and the ribbon. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. But again, back to all the samples that are included. Look at how elegant this is. All of the ideas are here. Like we've got some water painting details added, showing you how to use the dies to not only cut out your shapes for your labels and your greetings, but use it to cut out your paper and then make a window. This beautiful large greeting. Here's a scrapbook page for a wedding. So um, just a stunning suite. And we have 2 more pages of samples. And then these lovely gold, I gotta go look at these gold accents. Let's see what they're actually called. We'll call them by the real name. So this is number 5. This is the Beautiful Adorned Ephemera Pack. So there's 6 vellum sheets, 3 designs, 5 by 7, and you get 2 each of those sheets. So beautiful. Okay. Cindy is definitely a floral girl, but lots of ideas for using the ephemera, the stamps, the dies, and even just the dies alone. Look at what they've done here for combining the dies, adding a little bit of extra color, I think, on some of these. So let me show you what I do have from this suite. Because with all of the amazing coordination that Stampin' Up! Has to offer, even if you don't get the whole suite, that's okay. You can get just the pieces that you like. It's going to coordinate beautifully with the other items that you are playing with. So here is the bling. This is called the Pearlized Faceted Circles. They do have, well, you know what? They're not super tall. We've had some really tall faceted gems in the past, but it's almost got a petal pink. We've got like a white iridescent look to this, and Calypso Coral. I'm going out on a limb and saying that that's what the colors are. I didn't look, and I don't have the paper to refer to, so, that's what I'm going to say. The ribbon is this white and gold, and it's super soft. Can you see all the shimmer in that? I kind of like a little bling. I think of the just lovely accents and elegance that this offers. And Cindy always does this, so I try to remember that when I'm looking at ribbon, it's important for me to know how much bulk I'm adding to my card, my scrapbook page, whatever it is. And I'm a person that likes to pull my knots tight, which adds a little bit more. I prefer that look anyway. So that's important for me to figure out. So it adds a little bit, but not a ton. And I would definitely not have a problem adding knots. And you could see how well it ties a bow too. Well, I've forgotten how to tie bows suddenly. Shocking. I feel like the teacher is watching, so it makes me nervous. No, Cindy's laughing at that, right? Um, but she's been doing this a lot longer than I have. She's got a lot of wisdom to impart to me, the student. But that's a beautiful bow. Look. Um, and believe it or not, our friend Beth taught me how to tie bows. It is a skill that can be learned. So, and I did that even with some fingernails. So how about what? Well, I don't think that's a Calypso coral color I'm wearing. But anyway, super pretty. That's what I have of this suite. But I got a whole lot more coming. So, oh my gosh, gonna get a little pinchy. Cindy got more sleep than normal. I think I got less. So, between the two of us, maybe it balances out. Now, the next suite is called the Endless Love. No, it's called the Made with Love Suite, featuring the Endless Love bundle and coordinating with the Love Story scrapbooking workshop kit. Scrapbooking workshop kit. So that's a mouthful, but that's not even the most amazing part of this, guys. I typically don't send Valentine's. I have great intentions to get some at least for my kids, my grandkids, and I aspire to greatness. But here's the thing, our anniversary is early March, early February, and then Valentine's comes up fast. I'm not there. But I love this suite. And I love the bundle that is in the online exclusives that came out in November. And you know what? Those didn't get any love. So I gotta go pull those out because if we're talking Valentine's, you need the whole picture, right? So let me see if I have them where I think I do. I do. Not that I've created with them yet, but you've probably seen some samples made with these adorable bears. And I have some cards that I'm going to make. Committing to this, guys. Okay, this is using a 6x6 piece of the cardstock of the designer series paper from the Made with Love suite, using a 6x6 piece to make 4 gorgeous cards featuring these Valentine kisses. So no excuses, right? Hold me to it. Somebody's going to keep me accountable. Lou, you're always the best at keeping me accountable, so do. But these are adorable. All right, so the November online exclusives kind of get left out because there's not a catalog that goes along at the same time that gets released at the same time. But I I don't know. I think these are so cute. This little kissing booth, if you will. Yeah. Anyway, gonna have some fun with that. But that's not what today is about. Back to this suite. All right. And I have all of it. Go figure, right? And we'll touch on this in a little later. So I'm gonna just try and keep my mouth shut. Oh, you know what? I think there's another online exclusive product that came out that I wanted to show you because I think with this suite or the Valentine kisses, these are adorable. And I didn't see them. It wasn't until I saw samples that my friends made that I realized that these even existed. So these are the lovely doilies. So let's just take a look. Use either side, right? You've got a red side that has some little pink, right? Or use it white. The white side, of course, you can color to whatever you want. Then you have these that are really subtle, but can you pick up on the pink? Right? It's a really light pink and then a little darker light pink. So clever, right? But again, a white side, so you could color those anything that you wanted. Doesn't have to be for Valentine's. Here's a red with some pink accents. That picks up well. And white on the other side. And then here's the same shape. I'll never get that lined up, so let me pick it out. It has some pink in it too. So got to figure out what to do to showcase these online exclusive products that come out in between the catalogs, right? So anyway, off topic, let's see where we need to start. The stamp set and dies, that's always a great place to start, right? So I haven't even labeled these and put them together, so that's still to come. I know Cindy was talking in her last video asking about the dies. What do you do with the dies? Because in this packaging, well, and it has been a problem for me outside of just this packaging. Once you peel these off and you've got this sticky, then that's going to stick. The paper insert is going to get stuck. What are we going to do? So I'll be moving these to a magnet sheet, and then they will fit right inside. So at that bonus video, we're going to talk more about that, and I can demonstrate some of those ideas. But I just went right through that and kind of skipped over the whole thing of look at these amazing. The XOs, I love that. And I love that this font, I feel like matches one of the other alphabets that we have available right now. But you get some X's and you get some XOs. This little label, look, you can make tags with these. So, you know, I have high aspirations of actually helping Hazel and River make some Valentines for their class and could use these dies and stamps with it because, again, we have so many samples here. I have taken screenshots and saved my photos, a ton of samples. I'm going to jump all over the place here because when I get excited, it's how I roll. But these, I saw these little envelopes in on some cards some friends of mine had shared. And I was like, oh, wow. Um, are those tiny dies? Is that in the paper? What on earth? Can you see? Okay, come on, focus. All right, hold on. Camera. There we go. It's trying. These are the little, look, little lips, little hearts in different colors, and these little white, I don't know what those are supposed to be, but you know, little white sprinkle pieces. And these are they're kind of squishy. I don't know, there's probably a real technical term. Let's see if they tell us what they are. No, they don't. They're just, there's a ton of them. So shaker cards, use these with a little glue and put them in as embellishments. These are your bling, okay, right? So I've shown you the stamp set, the dies, the bling. Let's look at the ribbon. Okay, I have a visitor. Let's see. I know he's not going to be on camera. Is he going to stand over there and tell me he's looking for, we're playing a movie? No. A can opener? 2 pieces. Glue? No. You could just say it. I'm on my headphones, so they probably can't hear you. Tape. Okay. Like this kind of tape, or packing tape, or your dad's probably got Gorilla Glue. Um, okay. The ribbon that coordinates with this suite is a thin pink. Let's see, what color pink does it tell us what color pink this is? This is Bubble Bath. It's a really soft pink. Oh, guys, look, I'm wearing Bubble Bath. Am I not wearing something? Charades, yes. Ties a nice bow. Yeah. Okay. Liking that ribbon a lot. And remember, you know, if you need something that's wider, just add a second, you know, wind it around again. I love twine, and I'm not afraid to wind it around multiple times. The embossing folder, super cute. A cassette tape, yeah. I love the texture that the embossing folders add. And this one, Yeah, there's no way, well, it's kind of hearts in arcs, rainbows, if you will, rainbow shapes, arches, arcs. I don't know. Just could show you the picture, couldn't I? It's only going to get more interesting from here, folks. The gusseted bags. Now, if I were super clever, Mimi, I could order probably another pack of these, maybe two, and then I could make these the Valentine gift bags for Hazel and River's class. And of course, I had to open those the most challenging way possible. If I had just opened them from the top, where, oh my gosh. But anyway, I pushed the easy button. I ordered the sweet, so I got these two, and they are super cute. So they're not gonna fold, they're not gonna sit flat unless you know, make them. You know, you can make this type of bottom fit flat. It's a pretty heavy cardstock. So, and then this folds over, so I could push the easy button again, make tags for these, and then give away some sweet little treats. So there are 16, where are you? 16 bags. So yeah, adorable. Then wait till you see the paper. Let's talk about the colors in this paper too. These are some of my favorites. We have, and of course I've opened it upside down, Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, Real Red, and Strawberry Slush. And actually, I think my nails might be Strawberry Slush. Can you tell? I don't know. 12 by 12 paper. Let's see what we have. So two each. So we have a diagonal stripe on one side of Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to say Real Red. Then we have these beautiful hearts with all the colors in it. I'm seeing Real Red, Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo on a white background. Oh my gosh, look at that. How adorable. So red with maybe Flirty Flamingo dots. It's Poppy Parade. I'm sorry, it needs to be Poppy Parade. Calling it the wrong color. Well, or maybe, I don't even know anymore. Gonna leave it alone. Then we have some larger hearts. Kind of reminds me of those conversation hearts. And then Morse code on this sheet, guys. It's just dot dash dot. Then a Flirty Flamingo background and hearts. So these are definitely, this would be this would be fun for a stack, cut and shuffle card. I like patterns that are same colors but different patterns. So these back sides, even that, look how pretty that is. So way more than Valentine's here. Well, clearly, because I typically don't send Valentine's card, and I couldn't wait to put my hands on this. The Valentine's Kisses Bears. I mean, I ordered that immediately. Maybe this will be my year to break out and actually create some Valentines and send them. I told you I'm going to use those Valentine Kisses, and we're going to talk more about the scrapbooking later on, but we're going to see this combination come back up. Just wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Don't blink. All right, so I've shown you the products. Let's take a look at some of the samples. So look at this adorable thing with the treat bags. I love this with the stamping on the hearts. We've made some envelopes, pulled in the postage dies. I think one of the things that caught my eye first was this stamp that does these stripes. I don't know why. I didn't expect a stamp to do that. I don't know, but that's one of the things that caught my eye first. Well, you know what, Linda, that's probably two more than I have sent, but less than I need to send. How about that? I don't, the mini, we've got a die that is all of the alphabet, this is a single die, cuts out everything at once. So that's a super cute idea. You'll see some, when the, oh my gosh, I'm gonna give up. Can't go there. Anyway, fun things that you can do with the mini alphabet dies. And look here, it even tells you what dies this is. And then we've brayered on the embossing folder to create that fun background. And looks like we've maybe, wonder if they embossed it as well. That might be a cool thing to do, to brayer it and then emboss it, run it through that embossing folder. Might have to try that. Here's a whole sweet little collection of treat bags and a gift bag made from the designer paper, and then they've added color with a blending brush to give it kind of an ombre. So super sweet. All right, so that is the Made with Love Sweet collection. And I'm going to go set that aside for now. And we're going to bring in the Easter now. This is one that I have, but Cindy has only pieces of. One day we're going to do this together where we are probably states apart, but we can do one video and share the pieces that she has and the pieces that I have, and probably give you the whole catalog that way. But this is called Easter Joy. I'm not a big pastel person, but I am a bunny person. I fell in love with bunnies before bunnies were cool. I had bunnies everywhere in the 80s, and they did not come into fashion until a little later than that. But these are super, super cute bunnies. And again, lots of samples, really, really lots of samples. Um, fun paper. And it's a lot more than just pastels, right? Look at these bright papers. And we're going to look at those. I just wanted to flip through really quickly and give you some ideas. The basket, okay, I do Easter baskets, so I can see doing this. I think this would be an amazing scrapbook focal point on a scrapbook page. Um, in case you didn't know that a scrapbook would have a scrapbook page, I pointed that out for you. Some fun with little flowers. Table decoration, okay, I think that's adorable, and my friend Pam would do that. So I'm just going to point that out to her that she needs to be thinking about that. But now let's take a look. Let's come back and look at the products. And I'm just going to say that this gingham ribbon, okay, Hattie's having a little boy. And how sweet is this ribbon? And why didn't I already open it? I guess this is so that I could make you feel better about the struggles you have in opening the dang bolt of ribbon. So this is, oh, come on, where's my ribbon? Got to put that back up there, I'm going to lose it. Balmy blue, 1/4 of an inch wide. It's going to tie a beautiful bow. And it's super sweet. Can you all pick up the gingham detail? Yes. Camera's trying. Maybe if I was still. Oh, yeah, that makes a pretty flat bow. So I'm good with that. Then these little embellishments, guys, look at these tiny little eggs. They're pink gingham. And then the little blue and yellow dots. But the yellow dots you can't see because they're hidden underneath the flap. How much time do I lose in opening the packages during the lives? Good question. Oh, this is so sweet. So sweet. Just little flat dots. You know, they're kind of they feel a lot like the embellishments in the Endless Love. They're kind of, they're not, what's my word? They're not like resin or I don't even know. They're a little squishy. I'm just gonna leave it at squishy. That's the best I got. Here is the stamp set. I love these sweet little flowers. Hello Spring, little chocolate bunny. How cute is that little chick? Super, super cute. And looking to see, you know, we didn't really talk this launch so far about what this stuff on the bottom means. This 12 tells you that there are 12 stamps. We know that they're all photopolymer now, but it says it up here as well. And what I wanted to see was if there was anywhere, if it told us that the artwork was different. Well, it didn't have to because the artwork is the same size for this stamp. Um, and perhaps with the larger height of the envelopes, maybe they will mostly show as the same size. But in any event, that's good to know. I have not prepped these using my packaging ideas, so that's because they weren't even supposed to arrive until last night. Then here are the dies, and I really want to dig into these because I want to see that basket. Oh yeah, that's an amazing size. And you've got the two pieces, like, so this is the weave. I'm going to go on a limb. Grass, we always need grass, right? Some little scallop, and then our bunnies. We've got daffodils and tulips, some great spring flowers, and some carrots, and a bow. So if you want a bow from your cardstock or your DSP, you've got that. Now, let's take a look at those. So we have some specialty patterns in here, all this foil. So this is the Pleasant Patterns 12 by 12 specialty designer paper, and there are 6 sheets in it, 3 different patterns. And perhaps I can open it. How bad did you all really want to see this? That turns out to be a fairly serious question. I should have just slit that and not have to deal with the adhesive. Yeah, that was fun. Sorry. So sorry to make you a little sick there. So single-sided foil, right? So it's kind of heavy. And the colors are peach pie, pretty in pink. Oh my gosh, I love this. And shy shamrock. So yeah, I might even have to pull this into some St. Patrick's Day card making with my fabulous sayings. So that is the Pleasant Patterns, coordinates with this. And if we're looking, so here's some of that shy shamrock in this example. Here, nope, that's not it. Never mind. We'll keep flipping. Oh, not too far. Oh, too far. Well, here we go. That's really all I see of those patterns. We're gonna have to play with that some more. Then the designer series paper. Now this is called Easter Joy. It is specialty paper. It's $16.50, so it's going to have lots of probably foil. It's probably a little loud. Yeah, got lots of foil accents here. Oh my gosh, did y'all see that? Are you ready? Did I tell you the colors in this? No. I read Belgian blue. Okay, that's not what it says in the first place. I was like, we don't have a color that way. Never mind. Balmy blue, crumb cake, lemon lolly, peach pie, pretty in pink, and shy shamrock. And we may even have some Some of the dies may cut out these. I'm looking, I don't think so on this page, but you never know. But the flip side, oh my gosh, Balmy Blue and Shy Shamrock. So here we are, back to creating for that new baby. And then this has got some foil, like these are all, so the Shy Shamrock, and then this is probably Peach Pie, are both foil. And then here we've got Crumb Cake, so nice neutral, and we saw that here. And then here's that other background. So, you know, these are not looking so Easter, so lots more spring than Easter. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's stunning. So a few Easter eggs. Then here are your, cut this apart and you've got card fronts, or you have pocket pages. These are cards for pockets, 4x6 card, 4x6 pockets. If you are scrapbooking with pocket pages, then you've got your scene laid out right here. And I know we saw some samples of this here, maybe these two, definitely here. Yeah, here's that one right there. I'm going to go on a limb and say that anyway. Then the B side, if you will. Oh my gosh, guys, I love this paper a whole lot more than I thought I was going to. I thought I was just here for the bunnies. Little did I know. I love when I don't look at this stuff before the live and we just, you know, it's just a stream of consciousness. Super sweet little guy here, and yes. And then we have some fun eggs and another crumb cake neutral. This is kind of a basket weave pattern on this sheet. So I need to pay attention to my time. All right. So that is the Easter Joy Suite collection. It does not have a scrapbooking workshop kit that corresponds to it, but we have the As You Grow little book that we could certainly incorporate some of those patterns, images into it. Next up is Nature Walk. So we have a beautiful masculine suite here. The greetings, like you lots, to a great guy. You make me smile and thank you. I actually have a swap card made with this, and my friend Laura made this beautiful card. So we've got some Secret C ribbon here. Right, it is Secret C. Yes. And then check out the wow factor in this fun fold. Isn't that gorgeous? So she has done some die cutting on the DSP on this top layer, then some stamping and die cutting on this, then this beautiful background here, and then these embellishments. So that's my sample with it. Let me pull out, let me look at these samples for a minute, and then I'll pull out all the products for you. This might be one of my favorites, just because that would be so easy to do. I always love a good pull-out card, not just your traditional card. And then we pulled out some, looks like, showing a little bit of the behind the scenes on how our artists create these papers. Did you know we have artists that create all of this? They typically paint these papers. That's the first step in here. Add some more texture with some ink, some misting. This is gorgeous. Then use both the negative and the positive when you are die cutting, things like that. So get two for the price of one, so to speak. All right, so those are the samples. Let me pull out the products. Like I said, guys, I typically don't have this many suites purchased, especially not this early into the game. But here's the stamp set. And remember, I told you, this is kind of how I name them, right? I have the JA, so that's January to April, the year, and this has coordinating dies. So that's how I know that. Now, the dies um, in the new packaging only have the name of the bundle and the die set down here, and it's tiny. So I decided that I would put the name of the bundle up here. I couldn't figure out how to do an apostrophe on my label maker, so there is none. But that's how I'm doing that. And then I do move mine to a magnet sheet. And right now, I'm just going to slide the magnet sheet in the back of the pocket. So, like that, like so. So, and I'll show you how I create. Boy, that is some stickiness there. Oh, because it didn't stick. Hold on. I'll show you. That was super sticky. How I'm doing this in just a little bit, but I like to see the images stamped, especially if they turn out to be not 100% artwork. But Laura used this stamp as well. I think this is an amazing die that has way more uses than just for what you see with this bundle. I think this is it's a great way to add some additional texture to your cards, even beyond this, although this is a beautiful combination, but you could have this die standalone, even without the stamp set. All right, so, oh boy, another bolt of ribbon. Watch Michelle sweat as I try to get my scissors. The trick is you want to get your scissors under the acetate, but not into the ribbon. And that can take a little bit or not. Secret C, man, one of my new favorite colors. Right, Secret C. It looks a lot like Pretty Peacock here, but this is super soft sheer. So masculine set, but can definitely be used for your ladies as well. These have some weight. I haven't put them on the postal scale yet to see how much they weigh, but these adorable little hexagons, what are they? Pentagons. Oh, see, it only took 3 tries. Don't tell my children that I slipped up and didn't know my shape. At 2 sizes, they are seriously heavy. I'm just fascinated by the weight of them. So they're flat, relatively flat. They're not going to poke through your envelopes, but don't put too many on your card or you're going to go overweight. And I went out and bought more postage this week because it will be going up this month as well, right? Okay. We have some more specialty paper with this suite. This is the Natural Hues textured specialty paper, and you get 1 sheet of each. Yeah, I think this is an amazing suite. This makes me feel like parchment paper, Dead Sea Scrolls. I don't know, it's got some great texture to it. It's kind of a vanilla color here, and so cream, tan, and gold. I think it's all the same texture. I don't know if you could sand this, and I don't know what the core is. Um, you know how with a two-tone cardstock you can emboss it and then sand it and reveal that white core. We might have to look at some of the samples and see, because you kind of think it looks like you've got some white coming through some of these. So maybe so, but I don't know. Nice, soft complement to those really strong, bold colors in the DSP. So cut those We'll have to see what we can find. Yeah, so here in this sample, looks like they pulled in some of the specialty paper. You do some stamping on that too. Looks like it might be shining through in this layer as well. I don't know, lots of ideas. I can't wait to see what we all do with this. And then, oh my gosh, let's get to the paper, the real designer series paper. The catalogs, I think they do an amazing job of photographing, but you just can't imagine and see all of the beauty until it is in your hands. So this paper is $12.50. It is 12 sheets, 12 by 12, and you get 2 of each. And this is just gorgeous. So here's some Secret Sea texture on the back. Kind of looks washed out in my screen, but it is Secret Sea. This beautiful blue. So in this color, in this DSP, we have Cloud Cover, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Pretty Peacock, and Secret Sea. Which I feel like there's got to be. Let's see if this gives us any more colors, and it does. Balmy Blue, Blueberry Bushel, Cloud Cover, Crumb Cake, Garden Green, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Pretty Peacock, and Secret Sea. So word to the wise, the catalog gives you at least, as many colors as will fit in the description. But if you want to see the full list of colors, then go to the item. If you don't have it in your hand to view, then go to the item in the online store so that you can get the full list there. They'll all be listed there. Because this is very clearly Balmy Blue and Blueberry Bushel. And then another Secret Sea here. Man, that's a beautiful night sky. So much of this gorgeous greens here with some of the neutrals in the background. And I would say this is probably Pretty Peacock and Secret Sea. There's not going to be a test, right? This has got some beige, maybe some crumb cake in it. Oh man, okay. I love, love, love that. I did keep the text stamp that we had just recently that I used for my swap card for the annual catalog, I think. This is gorgeous. I'm a circle girl. Lots of some deep colors here. It's really fascinating to see it on my desk and then to look up and see what it looks like on the screen too. Some pretty peacock. So yeah, good luck picking a favorite here. This is something that you can use. This is a stamp set, a bundle that I can see really stocking up on the paper so that you have it over and over to pull out for masculine cards. Our church supports the veterans home in our city, and so masculine cards are at a premium. We do have a couple of female veterans in the home, but the majority of them are men, and I keep them supplied with birthday cards, and then they had enough for Christmas cards for everyone to get a Christmas card, and I need to remember that this would definitely be something that I want to have on hand and make a bunch with, not just for the veterans home, but I look for those especially because they don't know me. So, and I don't know them. And sometimes you have a hard time finding those things. All right, so put that there. What's next and how long am I talking? Okay, 10 till. I need to pick up the pace here. Oh my gosh, cute as a bug, sweet bug. Okay, cute as a bug is the sweet. Sweet bugs is the bundle. And I'll just start with my swap card. We do a team swap. I didn't tell you, my friend Laura, she participated in the swap. That's where that other card came from. And I'll show you the other cards in our swap as we get to those products. But this is from the Cute as a Bug suite. This was my swap card using mostly the paper and the dies. This ribbon is very deceptive. These epoxy dots and ladybugs are just amazing. So this was so fun to make. And yeah, yeah, and you could do so much with this. You could scrapbook with this. You could make fun treats with this. Um, I mean, just look at the different samples here, right? Oh my, yeah, I just get all caught up in it. All the cute little bugs. I mean, bugs, right? Bugs. Are we five? And the toadstool dies, the mushroom dies. I don't know. Is there a difference between a mushroom and a toadstool, or is that just about geography? And I guess I hit my camera again. Um, the fun colors. So, I mean, the colors in the paper are basic blackberry bliss, Cajun craze, cloud cover, crushed curry, daffodil delight, mossy meadow, old olive, pecan pie, poppy parade, pumpkin pie, and very vanilla. So we have some samples here on the left. We have all of our products in this suite here on the right. Then we have more samples on the next couple of pages. The dies, a lot of the dies cut out images from the paper. So that's a lot of fun. Look at, we have the dies that cut out some fruit. So they've used the paper and the little die cuts to make lid covers for some canned items. Like, how many people can still? Yeah, that's not happening. Made a cute little box to hold cookies in. Um, I mean, this is just so adorable. And, look at the detail here. Making a picnic, make a little pocket for your silverware and even add ribbon, stamped images, die cut images. I mean, you could go so far with that. Make sure that's where it stops. All right, that's where it stops. So let's go back and look at our products. So, all right, 14 images. Some little marching ants. You know the song about the ants go marching in? This sweet little image. What are these flowers called? I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, this is not necessarily birthdays. This is friendship. Um, I love them. Remember, spread joy. um, Cute little border here. Little line for your marching ants. This little bug with his umbrella. Do you remember that? What was the show, the Disney movie about A Bug's Life? Remember that? Um, this makes me think of that. All right, so here are our stamps and their greetings. So super cute. And a lot of these match the paper. The dies match the paper. So you can stamp color and cut, or you can cut from the paper, whatever you like. Here are my dies on a 5x7 sheet. So you can, here's the fruit, here's some of the flowers, some of the leaves, a butterfly, a snail, and a little dragonfly here. So there's a ton of detail in the dies that you wouldn't have any idea if you were just looking at the stamp set. So we have dies that cut out the images, but then we have so many coordinating dies to go along with it. So here's the mushrooms, some more little flowers. Here are the ones that match our images, even the little flowers that I can't name. So that's that. The ribbon, this is super, super soft. You would not believe how soft this is. So, I mean, on my card, I tied a knot with it. Now, I already had a lot of bulk with my card, but I was fine tying a knot that did not add any more than I already had, right? So and it's very, very soft. I'm not going to pet myself with it, but I'm just going to tell you it's soft. Um, it's not something that I see myself really tying bows with. Um, that might just be me, but I, I don't know. It is kind of cute like that. So maybe I've made a liar out of myself. But anyway, pretty ribbon, very soft. I think that I don't know if there's a star of the show or not. These are the epoxy dots. As you've got ladybugs, and then these little, um, I want to say water droplets, but they're round, so they're not raindrops. They're water droplets, and they are two different size water droplets. The ladybugs are all one size. Okay, now I have the paper that I've already cut up, which I'm not going to open. I'll open the one that is my spare. Go through the colors in here. Basic black, blackberry bliss, Cajun craze, cloud cover, crushed curry, daffodil delight. Did I already go through these? I think I did. I did. I feel like I did. I'm going to say I did. Okay, 12 by 12 paper, you get 2 of each. Remember, your dies cut out this image, they cut out these ants, they cut out this little floral guy. Um, the ones that they don't cut out, okay, they cut out some of the little ladybug and bees, not all of them, but the ones that they don't cut out, I had no problem fussy cutting them. The B side of the paper is super neutral, super fun, little white field of daisies there. I think you can see. Then you have these panels to use. Guys, these panels made up like, so this is from here. And then in this card, you can't tell, but of this one, is it from, all right, so the one I've saved for myself, you can't tell where it's from, but again, all these scenes, great for your cards, your focal points, or these are some background pieces. If you scrapbook and you make pocket pages, then here are your pockets, 3x4s and 4x6s. Fun scenes. And then the flip side is this pattern that I have on this panel right here. Gosh, I hope I shared you that. Okay, so this panel is from here, and then this panel is from the back side of it. Okay. Then, let's see. How cute is this? Here's the little fire. So this is from right here. So much fun to be had here. Little dandelions. I don't know. This does not have a scrapbooking workshop kit with it, but man, I see myself scrapbooking with it. How cute are these? Here's the fruit, these beautiful butterflies. Fun pattern on the other side. Have some fun with squares there. Then you get just a fruit and bees. And then kind of play on that same pattern in a different colors. Then we pull in some toadstools. Add your own bugs. And then we have this gorgeous gingham on the other side, which has a vanilla. Well, I guess it's actually technically a lighter shade of the pink. It's probably the pink color. Anyway, truly, truly adorable. I hope you fall in love with them just as I have. So many examples have been shared with that. You will have no trouble between the catalog and what's been shared online creating with those. Okay, one more suite here, and I don't have any of this suite. This is the Beach Boardwalk, and it has some fun examples, some fun silhouettes. The dies we've got some really cool dies here. So you've got this of the roller coaster here as a stamp, and then this of the Ferris wheel as a die. So that's a cool way to show that combination. Get your little tropical um, palm trees, your boardwalk, your fair tickets, right? Puffy stickers like we saw before. And then here is the paper. So fun colors. What I can see of the colors are basic black, daffodil delight, petunia pop, strawberry slush, summer splash, and timid tiger. So these are a lot of outgoing colors, right? We're not going to see a lot of those colors in the new catalog. Check out this little Ferris wheel. I think that is adorable. So that is the beach boardwalk. Here are some more ideas with it. Look at how they've done the sky with the blending brushes. I think this combination itself is super fun. And then got some puppy stickers examples here. All right. Before I sign off, I do want to talk a little bit more about bonus days. And I think actually this is posting, yeah, this just posted about bonus days. But basically in January, every $50 you spend retail is going to earn you a $5 off coupon that you will have available to spend in February. So you'll save those coupon codes. I encourage you to copy and paste them when it's time in February. If you need help with that, then don't hesitate to reach out. But be sure that you keep up with your coupons. I'll try and make sure that I pay attention to who has coupons and remind you to redeem them in February. So we earn them in January, we redeem them in February. All right. Wow. That was a lot of talking. Let's talk about what's coming up. So while I have been talking here, the bonus day flyer has posted. There's an engagement post that has just posted because I'm over time here. And then I'll be back in an hour for part 3 of the mini catalog. We're going to look at the bundles and the rest of the stamps in the catalog, and we'll talk about the product of the month and all of that means. So I hope that you have fun with the engagement post, and I will see you back in an hour. All right, bye-bye, everybody.